who has seen me anywhere in the world knows that I don't forget you, and I have never risen above where I was. I'm still down on the earth, and I am truly a child of God. And I thank you very much for the love that you have shown my father and us, and we thank you very much. Amen. Okay, the next one I thought I'd do it myself. So this is a fella. Now he was associated with the PTO. Yeah, a long time ago. Okay. He was one of the first. Might not have been the first, but he was one of the first. And what's so outstanding about this man, this young man, is that, you know, he was concerned about the community. It wasn't like he had files, but like people had limited tongues. You had a long tongue, I should put it this way, you had limited things that you could say and do. But now it's a little different. We have reached out and we're almost at the end of the point of what it's doing. But back in those days, when you got some clay for a basketball coach, man, that was great. That was great. We used second-hand books. The books had Douglas Stoddard's name in them, Owen Preston, anybody. And John Doe had anybody name of ours. But when we got those books, we had to wrap them up in paper sack. But this fellow went to the vet for some asphalt. Out of school, when you get out, you got to pull off your shoes and get on a boat and walk to get to the breezeway, the sidewalk, the little piece of sidewalk we had. And this fellow went up there, he met and got in the community, called everybody, and everybody was supposed to meet him at a certain location that morning. When he got there wasn't nobody there. You know how we is. You know how we is. You going to some white people back there, no man. No, I lose my job. But this fella just went on. And this fella who I'm talking about, I call him a young man, because he's just like a father to me. When I want to make advice, I don't have to pay $100 an hour to get an attorney, I just call him. And this fella knows Mr. Jacob's Cheeseburger.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. This is sister.
One thing I want to say. I hope that a black man would be a man and not a boy. All right. Because what he told you, all the men in Crescent City would one go with me. Folks said they was gone, but none went. I'm going to tell you what the white man said at that time, and I'm going to sit down. The supervisor of school was Boston. Yeah. I'm not pronouncing it right. That's okay. He told me when I got there that I heard that y'all had a meeting last night. Now how would he know and wasn't no white people there? He said, I know what you came from. He know what I came from. How could he know? I didn't tell him. There wasn't no white people there. But he told me. He said, that blacktop that you want at Middleton, we don't have no money. I said, well, since you don't have no money, we just want to talk about it a little bit. He said, what you want to talk about? I said, I'm a taxpayer, you're a taxpayer, and all the people who pay taxes, they is involved in this situation. Now, he said, well, what that got to do with you coming over here asking for blacktop for Middleton? I told him, I said, you know what you do? I said, this is something black folk then didn't know too much about. Did you have the county to put the blacktop in, and next year you take it out of the budget of the school? I said, that's how you put the on white ones in. And he said, who been talking to you? And I said, nobody. I just pay taxes. That's all right.
Now this one got a story behind it, believe me. Well, I'll tell you, this is so we had to get a crew. So okay, I captain, we got a captain. Okay, you know, quite not just a captain, he picks a co-captain, I reckon that's what you would call it, vice captain, so have you. But anyhow, he goes on and picks the rest of his staff. Okay, we got a full crew now, we're gonna set out the sail. That's how we did this reunion. Mr. Birch, he picked the crew, he picked the co-captain, and he picked some shipmates. Whoever in the Navy, they know how about the shipmates, and so have the other fellas. So we started out the sail. As we started out the sail, the water got very, very rough. Very rough. You know, sometimes we had to park the ship and come back and get in our truck. The two of us just to have a meeting. Our helpers wasn't there. We even had a meeting in Chicken Charlie. Anybody know about Polaris? But however, we got on the rough side. And we brought everybody you see here today in on this ship. I think this man deserves a special appreciation. At this time, my captain, I call him Yay Captain. And I want to apologize, I don't know whether his name's Bob, but that's what I put on here. I didn't want to go to him. So I put Bob Albert. Now he can vice versa and do it how he wants. But I appreciate you. And everybody affiliated with this Middleton reunion that worked hard, I appreciate you. You know, always got to be a leader. To keep everybody pepped up. He don't do all the work, but he'll keep you pepped up. But that's one good thing about it. This time I want to present this to Mr. Bob Albert.
All I can say is Mr. Banks pulled off a good one here. I was the chairman of the committee and the treasurer, and I don't know where he found the money for this because I was keeping track of all of it. Like I said, I really appreciate it, and thanks, you know, 100 times. I'm glad everybody enjoyed themselves, and first time I'm a little lost for words here. I've been doing pretty good so far. All I can say is thanks to everybody, and Mr. Banks, thanks a lot. I guess we can continue now if I can get it together here.
city. I'm home and I just had to go check everything out for one more time. It's been exactly 35 years and I'm just elated to be here with you today. And I'm trusting that everything will go well with this reunion, and I'm hoping that you can have it more often now that you've gotten off to a very good start. Thank you again.
In the house. Okay, well, I planned a little something in case you didn't show. And we got together in the kitchen, and everybody who used to be in the choir at Middleton, I'd like for you to come up front. We're going to sing No Man is an Island. Come on, Joe, all of you guys. Let's just do it one more time. The words will come back to you. Sue, come on down. I'll tell you what's very important about this little demonstration you're about to see. Our children. Come on down. Gino, did you used to sing on that side? Come on down here. Come on down here. Gilbert.
Let's go.
That's good.
this time I'm going to ask Mrs. Helen Long if she will come back up front and make her remarks. Okay, now that the people from CA have put their hands together, will the people who went to Middleton High School show Mrs. Long how we welcome people to Crescent City? Thank you. Y'all better leave that ultra slim fast alone and have some drinks in the morning. Miss Long is taking a little time because she was out boogieing with us last night at Dick's.
All of you and each of you who has ever crossed my path at any time know that I am not a speaker. So I scribbled down a few words when I arrived and found out that my name was on the program. And I hope I'll be able to see them. In appreciation for your kindness, for the many memories, both good and bad, I wish to convey our thanks to you. My first visit to Middleton was enhanced by the fact that the principal, Mr. Harry L. Burnett Jr., had once lived with my mother in Orlando, Florida for a part of his high school days. His father was our preacher at that time. Therefore, I immediately fell in love with Middleton, its faculty, its staff, and all of the students. And until this day, we have remained the best of friends. Wherever I am always accosted by children or adults who say, I am from Crescent City. And I remember them. I remember their children from the baby. Most of the times when I went to Crescent City School, I went by choice. But sometimes I was sent by the powers to be, unknowing to the teacher and the staff. I was sent as a sort of pimp. So I guess there were times when you felt that I was pimping. But I want you to believe me today, the spirit that I carried at that time, I still carried with me because I love each and every one of you. And I do thank you for inviting me to enjoy the day with you. I would like to say to Harry, little Harry, who was a little, well, Harry was not here then when very started, but he has always been a very lovable person. And the Spirit of God that he carries with him, we too carry that. And we hope to share this forever and ever. Crescent City, you are my native land too, and I love you.
Thank you, Ms. Long.
I'd like to say I'm sorry I wasn't invited last night. I would have been there.
There you go. A good time was had by all. I'd like to share something with you just before we begin to eat. This was an article that I It was something that I found on a prison wall, believe it or not. I entertained some prisoners in New York, and this was on the wall of the warden there, and I knew I was coming here for this, and I asked her if she would let me have it, because I thought it might set a tone that we should all share, and it's addressed to for everyone born before 1945. We were born before television, before penicillin, before polio shots, frozen foods, Xerox plastic, contact lenses, frisbees, and the pill. We were before radar, credit cards, split atoms, laser beams, and ballpoint pens. Before pantyhose, dishwashers, clothes dryers, electric blankets, air conditioners, drip dry clothes, and before man walked on the moon. We got married first and then lived together. How quaint can you be? In our time, closets were for clothes, not for coming out of. Bunnies were small rabbits, and rabbits were not Volkswagens. Designer jeans were scheming girls named Jean or Jean, and having a meaningful relationship meaning getting along with your cousins. We thought fast food was what you ate during Lent, and outer space was the back of the Lowe's Theater. We were before house husbands, gay rights, computer dating, dual careers, and computer marriage. We were before daycare centers, group therapy, and nursing homes. We never heard of FM radio, tape decks, electric typewriters, artificial hearts, word processors, yogurts, and guys wearing earrings. For us, time sharing meant togetherness, not computers and condominiums. A chip meant a piece of wood. Hardware meant hardware, and software wasn't even a word. In 1940, made in Japan meant junk, and the term making out referred to how you did on an exam. Pizzas, McDonald's, and instant coffee were unheard of. We hit the scene when there were 5 and 10 cent stores where you bought things for 5 and 10 cents. For a nickel, you could ride a streetcar, make a phone call, buy a Coke, or enough stamps to mail 1 letter and 2 postcards. You could buy a Chevy Coupe for $500, but who could afford one? Pity too, because gas was 11 cents a gallon. In our day, cigarette smoking was fashionable, grass was mowed, Coke was a cold drink, and pot was something you cooked in. Rock music was grandma's lullaby, and AIDS were helpers in the principal's office. We were certainly not before the difference between the sexes was discovered, but we were surely before sex changed. We made do with what we had. We were the last generation that was so dumb as to think you needed a husband to have a baby. No wonder we are so confused and there is such a generation gap today. But we survived. What better reason? And what better reason to celebrate? So as we go, let us lift our hearts to God and accept this as our blessing and our grace. Gracious Lord, we thank Thee for the food we are about to receive. May it nourish and sustain our bodies for Christ's sake, and bless the absent parts of our families wherever they are. Amen. Have a great day.
Let us be careful and watch the highway and watch each other. And be careful and have a good time, but be careful and let us all try to make it back home safe. Thank you.
take the contract. I'll take the contract.
Them guys with Greyhound just out of a job. All of them just got out of a job. Unless they do something like what Easton is doing. Randomly trying to get it back together. Easton can never be back. Greyhound just gone chapter 11. Bankrupt.
Oh boy. They filed bankruptcy?
Yeah, they filed bankruptcy.
What she want this? Isn't that by her?
Don't you have a brother named Charles? That's
I'm Charles. Got a brother named Clayton.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton was in
Jordan want me to come. Jordan wants you to come. I'm gonna tell Joe what you're doing too. Where's Johnny? He come down.
Hey, Chuck. All right. How you doing? All right. Congratulations, man.
Hey, I'm cool with you.
What's that?
Hello, Nick.
Man, this thing's still going on from last night.
That's the same one?
Same one.
Good. When you get it
Take you about 8 hours, man, to look at this thing.
Look at that build a connection.
Johnny, who we supposed to be playing? Don't try, don't even try. Get away.
You're not taking a video, man. Don't be taking a video. I can't say what you say, Frank. How you doing now, buddy?
All right, man. Right on. 69. Hey, how you doing?
You been high?
This one nigga.
Who was that?
Come on, Lily, get on this camera. Get on the camera. Go on, get on this camera.
Get this picture out. Make sure you put her on there. Get her on there. Make sure she on there. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, she's killing me. Joanne! Oh, wait, no, that's what I had. Quick, girl. No, Joanne,
All right, boss. It's still going on for me. Hey, man, I'm beginning to wonder when it's going in.
oh, thank you.
And what's your name?
You got a lot more gray hair than I got. I think I'm doing Joyce.
Joyce what?
Joyce Simmons.
Joyce what?
Simmons.
Joyce Simmons. The Jackie Simmons sister. Chicken the Jackie Simmons.
That's my sister and Lois Simmons, Beverly Simmons,
Okay.
Valerie Simmons. I got 9 sisters. How many you want me to name?
How many you got?
What, you taping me?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let me put my shoe on.
It's there.
Move, girl. The man taping me. Oh, let him take your own sister. Don't go nowhere, wait. What you want? Oh, he taping you.
I got everybody.
I heard about you. I didn't get a chance to see you. Yeah, when you came to the school, man, I'm in ISL.
Open this film up for me, Blue. Go ahead, Blue. Make it funny. I can't think of no jokes. You ain't gonna tell me no joke. That's the guy I think of one right quick to tell you.
They're about the rabbit and the dog. You know something. You got something like
Well, I was telling about the guy had 2 little boys. They were gonna fix breakfast for him and had them down. He done got up and fixed bacon, eggs, ham, and grits and everything. And had the boys, 2 little boys down dinner breakfast. So I asked this little boy, he said, "What you gonna have for breakfast?" So the little boy stood up on a round chair, looked all over the chair like that. He said, "Well, Dad, I think I have some of them goddamn pancakes." So the old man snapped his belt off, grabbed him from the table, you know, whooped his ass. You go upstairs and wash your face and come back down thinking you talk like somebody. So the little boy went upstairs and so he asked his friend, said, "Well," said, "now we got that old, said, what you gonna have for breakfast?" Little boy stood up slowly, looked all over the table. He said, "Come on," said, "what you gonna have for breakfast?" He said, "I don't know what to have, but I know I don't want none of them goddamn pancakes." They didn't know what to have. They don't want none of them goddamn pancakes. I just butted that ass whooping like that.
What are you doing?
Saying one time this old guy went to the restaurant. Every time he went to the restaurant, he'd get the menu and he'd read it for about 5 minutes with the waitress standing there waiting to take his order, you know. And then he finally folded and said, "Well," said, "bring me some ham and eggs." And so every day it was the same thing, you know. You open it and look at it for about 5 minutes with the waitress standing. So they know him, you know. They know it. Well, here he comes. Said, "Let's play a little trick on it." Said, "Let's scratch the ham and eggs." So they took the menu, you know, and scratched off the ham and eggs to see what he gonna order in, you know. So the waitress slipped up to the table. She said, "Sir," said, "we just scratched. So I just scratched what you like." So he opened up the menu, you know, and he proceeded to read for about 5 minutes. So she said, "Sir," said, "I just scratched what you like." He said, he folded the menu. He said, "Well, wash your hand, bring me some ham and eggs." Yeah, I know. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Bring some ham and eggs. That nigga loud hard,
Oh man, it's been a long time. Y'all probably done wet. What y'all do? Y'all probably be here after the rain and over, huh?
Yeah, we'll be here all night.
Y'all take out in the morning, huh?
She in there somewhere. Oh, Lord, I'm just getting here. I'm gonna get wise now. Oh, hey, wait,
Blue, you answer? Make you say something funny, Blue.
Man, play it on. What's up?
How you doing?
I was asking about you just last night. Where's she at?
I just jumped in there long.
Don't tell about it. But okay. That's true. Ain't no
Oh, Margaret.
Yeah, I'm from Kelly.
Hey, Ernest.
Hey. Wow. Melvin, where Melvin at?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, man, did you want to get us some of them pictures?
Huh? Oh! They got me. Oh, no. They got me. Woman, I fucked up.
Hey,
Your memory is that strong.
I need me a shirt. Play ball, I need me a shirt.
You got to go in there to the table.
How much go? You got to see it.
You waste film now. You burning film now, man.
Oh man, it's about 8 hours, man.
Yeah, take something to take something on the film on up. You're tired of it.
Yeah, you skip the big boy.
Right here? Oh, right there. Damn. Thank you.
Oh, Mike, you don't know me.
I don't know you.
No.
Have some valuable treasures that you don't want to get to. We got a wonderful late night box up here that's about to go up for auction. May I have the envelope, please? And now, 174-128. 174-128.
how you go by getting
Nobody smoke like this man is doing. You see why he's so short? He's been smoking all that time. Come on, let's let that man pull the last chorus. Come on up here. Tell me who you are. Don't be shy. What's your name? And he's going to pull a ticket for the last prize. This prize, ladies and gentlemen, is a handmade doll. And this was made by Mrs. Ruby Banks. And isn't this wonderful? Isn't this a wonderful prize? Okay, her shoe is there. And this is called a Ruby doll. You can only get them, they're one of a kind, and you can only get them in Crescent City, Florida. Okay, the winning ticket for the doll is 174. 063. 063. We got a winner! Come on down! Lorenzo? Is that Lorenzo?
said she disappeared out of there on her. She walked out on her. All right.
one for a brother we got with Johnny something. I'll take that.
Yeah, take your seats off the tables and come and take it down. You still taking pictures with that thing?
Let's go on. Here's what happens after the event. It's time to clean up. All the food is gone. Over half of the people are gone. They're cleaning up the kitchen now. This is what happens after
You
the
gotta
event.
make sure this is all what happens after everything
This is
is
what it's all
over.
about.
And after it. And here comes the man with the big white hat on, letting you know he works for people.
Yes, sir. Time to break camp.
It's time to break in.
Okay, and these young men, these healthy men,
This lady here.
everything. Look, this pen here, will you see? Look, I'm spraying this pen here. By the way, everything. With all this
Open some full.
tell everybody